Dodie needs her ass very much whooped. Very much whooped. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Oh my... Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imai and today is BTV Tuesday. BTV is a series here on my channel where I watch an episode of a TV show. It's been cartoons for the most part, but we can switch it up if you want. And I put on my makeup at the same time, but today is different. It is the night after Halloween. It is 8 p.m. and I don't feel like putting on my makeup, so we're just going to talk about Dodie Bishop. Just so you guys know, I announced it on my last Beat TV 2 weeks ago. I'm trying to get a hang of this consistency thing, but November is As Told by Ginger month, so I know you guys like it when I shit on Dodie, and that's what we're gonna do today. Today we are watching season 3, episode 4, Wicked Game. And I got my notes, and we're just gonna be like eating Halloween candy and talking about the episode, because this one is a doozy and I have a lot to say, and some of it you might not like. So let's get into it. The episode starts and it's like the ass crack of dawn, and this kid is like throwing newspapers on the thing. This came out in like what, 2003? Like, I didn't know y'all were still like had paper boys and stuff then. But over the radio we're hearing the announcer say that Ginger is coming back from Avalanche Academy, which this must be like an extremely small town, because who cares? A kid is coming home from like a sleepaway situation. Who cares? So Dodie and Macy are walking down the hall and they're preparing to like, okay, who's gonna hug her first? Like, are you gonna hug her while I say hey? Or like, are we gonna hug her at the same time? Like, they're like just kind of getting hyped to see Ginger. And Miranda and Mipsy are talking about, you know, who's gonna give her the dirty look, who's gonna say the sarcastic remark, you know, like very, very similar but very opposite things these two groups are planning. And Ginger walked right down the hall with Darren on her arm, like her little accessory. I have on clothes, by the way, technically. This is my top part of my Halloween costume from last night. This is not half of a Truly that I put into an old Snapple bottle, which I didn't know that Trulies were that good, but they're so good. And Ginger walks down the hall with Darren on her arm. She's wearing Darren's iconic green shirt, and she doesn't even see any of it. Like, her friends are preparing to say hi, these two are preparing to be mean, and she sees none of it. She's like, I'm with my man. So Miranda and Mipsy are like, oh hell no, who does she think she is? And it kind of like annoys them, but whatever, like, let's go to the assembly. They're holding a whole assembly for this girl who just got back from this gifted student I haven't watched the special in a very long time. So they're at the assembly and Ginger's making her speech about how Avalanche Academy was and how much fun she had and what happened. And Miranda and Mipsy are like, who does Shorty think she is? We really had a whole assembly for this girl, and I cannot tell a lie. These bitches are correct, because what the fuck is happening? Like, great, she went to the gifted program, like, congratulations, she's back now, we're gonna go about our day. Like, we can maybe like talk about it during homeroom or something, but like, we don't need to pull the whole school in here for an assembly. That's very, very extra. So Miranda is like, I'm gonna ask her an embarrassing question and like knock her down a peg, you know, because she's doing far too much. And like, now you're jumping into extra territory, Miranda, because you don't need to do all that. So when Miranda goes to like raise her hand to like humiliate Ginger, whoop, looks right past her, doesn't even see her. And she's like, I know she did not just snub me again. First time in the hallway. And now right here, I'm gonna kill her. So Mipsy's like, yeah, girl, I saw it. Like, I saw the whole thing. she's bugging, and I think y'all are bugging currently. So while they're sitting there, like, we gotta knock this bitch off her high horse, and those two, pointing at Dodie and Macy in the back, she's like, those two are gonna help us do it. So at lunchtime, after the assembly, Dodie, Macy, and Ginger are all sitting at the table, and they're talking about how, well, Dodie and Macy are kind of talking about how, like, you know, I can't wait for us to have some girl time, like, this is gonna be great, like, we need to catch up on everything that happened. And then Darren comes and sits down, and Dodie's, like, very visibly pissed off, and y'all aren't gonna like this. But I agree. I agree. We just said that we're having girl time, and here comes your man, and you didn't say anything about it. I don't like that. So something happens with, like, Ginger doesn't want her corn, so she, like, automatically offers it to Darren, and Dodie's like, what if I wanted your corn? And Ginger's like, well, Darren's like, well, did you want the corn? Like, it's not that deep, you could have the corn. She's like, I didn't want you to offer me the corn. I wanted her to offer me the corn. And then Ginger's like, okay, do you want the corn? And she's like, it's not about the corn. And she's like, man, I just miss you. I was ready to, like, have my bestie back, and we could just, like, have a good time. And your man is everywhere, and it's fucking annoying. And Ginger's like, okay, I can't get this Hershey wrapper open, bro. God, like, am I really using scissors right now? And Ginger's like, okay, after school at my house, we are going to get some girl time. It'll just be us, and it'll be great, okay? Like, are we good? Is everyone okay now? Jeez. And they're like, okay. So they are in Ginger's room after school, catching up. And then once again, here comes this big-headed ass nigga with his shoes talking about, like, it's just gonna be really quick, guys, I promise. Should my shoes say G&D forever or D&G forever? Dodie's like, oh my God, who cares? I agree. Dodie's like, oh my God, who cares? And Ginger's like, Dodie, I care. And and they're like, well, I think that you should blah, 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 blah. And she's like, Darren, just leave. Whatever, like, she's like, Darren, please just go. Like, we're having our girl time. Like, they've been waiting for me to, like, have my girl time, and you have kind of been around a lot. Like, so just go. We'll settle it later. And he's like, okay, you say bye first. And she's like, no, you say bye first. And Dodie's, like, the door slams, and Dodie's gone. She's like, I said bye first. I'm out of here. I'm gone. This is dumb. I hate this. And this is where I stop agreeing with Dodie. Like, she was she kind of blew up a little when she didn't have to. But up until now, she's been very fucking reasonable. I'm gonna put on a shirt because this probably isn't appropriate attire. I have these, like, Reptar fucking Halloween shorts that my best friend got me. I fucking love them. Okay. I changed into my take your panties off shirt, so that might be more appropriate. So Dodie is storming home, and she's like, man, like, I can't believe this. I just wanted my friend, and this nigga is everywhere. Like, y'all are bugging out. I just wanted to see my homegirl. Like, ugh, Darren needs to go. I can't stand him. And sitting on Dodie's porch is Miranda and Mipsy, and they're like, girl, you ain't said nothing but a word because I agree. And they're like, she's like, what are you doing at my house? And she's like, well, I heard you're having a little problem. And, you know, Ginger's being a bad friend to you right now. I agree. And they're like, I'm going to help you get your friend back. And they kind of frame it in a way where it's like they're doing her a favor. And, you know, they're being such good friends to her because she just really wants her friend back, and they can help her. And, like, very easily, like, Shorty's very easily manipulated, but, like, they convince her, I'm reading my notes, they convince her that this is her only option to get her friend back. And this all happens in, like, 20 seconds. So I'm like, what the hell kind of convincing it's like, y'all are 12. This is kind of scary, but, so they convince her that, you know, Ginger's been such a bad friend, and this is the only option that you have to get your friend back. So Dodie's like, yeah. And then the next day in school, Dodie, Miranda, and Mipsy are trying to convince Macy that this is a good idea. And Macy's like, I don't know about all that. And they're like, it's for the betterment of our friendship. And they're like, okay. But Courtney's outside the bathroom door and can kind of hear what's happening. So she comes in with that suspicious eye, like, what y'all hoes doing? And they acted like they just got caught with their hand in a cookie jar by their mama. They was like, nothing, we're just doing so and so and so and so and so and so. Like, they were shook. And I'm like, it's weird the amount of power that Courtney Griffling has over y'all, because I would tell Shorty to mind her business and keep it pushing. But Courtney got to keep her eye out for Selena and was like, this? I don't like this. Something's fishy here and I don't like it. So in the next scene, the girls are in the hallway, or in the staircase of the school, and Miranda has concocted this plan that they fake a phone call, ask Ginger to call Fred. Fred, if you didn't see the special, the 3-part special before this, is a guy that at the Avalanche Arts Academy, Ginger had a crush on, or they were like flirty there. So they were concocting a plan so that Dodie can make a phone call posing as Ginger to be like, hey Fred, I miss you, call me, whatever, whatever. So that when Fred calls Ginger back, it's gonna look like some shady shit is happening. And they're like just planting little seeds that some fishy shit is happening. Like Miranda tries to like flirt with Darren because that one episode back in season 1 when they were dating for like an episode, and she tries to like rekindle those old feelings, even though like Darren's like, this is kind of fucking weird. But they're just like planting the seeds to try to like make something happen, you know? And you know, as Dodie is making the phone call, Macy's kind of like, I kind of feel like shit doing this. Like, this isn't cool. Like, and Miranda outright says, this is the guilt you have from backstabbing your friend. So they acknowledge that it's fully backstabbing and like a shitty thing to do. And no one steps up and is like if Dodie truly believed that this is the only choice of getting her friend back, she would be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't backstabbing. Like, I'm just trying to get my friend back. Like, I'm not stabbing her in the back. I'm just like securing our friendship. Like, but no one said anything about that comment. So like they fully were aware that they were doing some shitty shit and continue to do it. Honestly, it's making me look at Macy kind of crazy because, bitch, what are you doing? Like, why are you, like, you're supposed to be the good friend, or at least the neutral party. Like, hello? So while they're making like this shady phone call, and Courtney was at the top of the steps, so she heard everything that was happening, and she was like, oh hell no, this is shady, these are supposed to be her friends, I'm snitching. And Courtney, I love you, girl. She's like, I'm snitching, I don't care, I'm snitching. So on the way to school the next day or something, I don't know how they ended up in Courtney's car, I can't remember, but Ginger is riding in Courtney's car. Courtney offers her a latte and she's like, hey sis, listen, your friends are shit, your friends suck and this is what they're doing. And Ginger's like, I don't know if my friends would do that seems kind of fucked up, like I kind of hope you're wrong. Courtney's like, I'm not wrong, I know what I heard, I know what I saw, your friends suck and I'm not wrong. So Ginger like leaves the car kind of not believing her because she wants to have faith in her friends, but she's like, all right Courtney, you know, thanks for telling me, you know, thanks for the latte. And she goes to wherever she's going. So she goes up into her bedroom and Darren is like already propped in the window like he usually is, and like the ending part of the voicemail from Fred calling back is playing, and Darren's like, shorty, you have some explaining to do, because what the fuck is this? And she's like, what the fuck is this? He's like, Fred called you, he's returning your message saying he misses you too and can't wait to reconnect. And Ginger's like, oh my god, so it's true. And Darren's like, hello, are you cheating on me? And she's like, oh my god, it's true, Courtney was right, those bitches are playing me. And why would Courtney lie to you in the first place? At the end of the episode, and Courtney calls Ginger, and Courtney's like, okay, I'm gonna call them on three-way and pretend that, you know, I want to get in on their plot so you can hear it for yourself, like what's really happening. Put yourself on mute so that they don't hear you breathing. And they're like, okay. So Ginger and Darren are like in her room on her bed, like sitting, like both like listening to the phone call as it's happening. Y'all didn't have speakerphone? Anyway, so they're sitting and listening, and Courtney's like, I want to be all in on your plan. What's happening so far? And, you know, Dodie, Miranda, Mipsy, all, because Macy's on the phone call, but she don't say shit, which is kind of earning her more points with me, sort of, a little bit. And they're like, you know, so this is what's been happening. We did the Fred phone call thing, and we did bop, 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 bop. And Ginger takes herself off mute, and she's like, thanks, Courtney. I've heard enough. And Dodie is like, face crack of the fucking century. Like, holy shit, we just got fucking three-way phone call attacked. Okay, so final thoughts, because I've had to film this in 3 parts because my battery was dying and I didn't charge it before I started this. Dodie Bishop, I hate you. And honestly, Macy got me looking at her sideways too, because she didn't speak up for nothing. Like, she could, honestly, Macy could have just been like, I don't have anything to do with this. And like, the episode could have played out the exact same. Dodie, I didn't even explain the ending. After they get the 3-way phone call face crack, we just see a zoom in on Ginger's answering machine, and Dodie's like, I'm so sorry. And then it fades to black. And then my curious ass, you know I had to check. I was like, did they address this in the next episode? No, they didn't. The next episode, everyone was cool again. Like, oh my god. Dodie, you are horrible. You are so bad. Like, why are you, like, they've been a couple for 12 hours, and you're like, you know what I should do? Break them up. Like, sorry you don't know true happiness because your mom's a bitch, your brother doesn't like you. Like, they were annoying. But you could have just been like, hey, y'all are fucking annoying. And Ginger, like, I want to spend time with my friend. Maybe we can allocate times where it's like, we can spend time together on this day, this day, this day. You can spend time with Darren on this day, this day, this day. Or like something. Like, it's like, y'all could have worked it out. This is very far from the first option. But Courtney, though, Courtney had homegirls back. Like, I fuck with Courtney heavy in this episode, because she sniffed it out, and instead of being like, this ain't got nothing to do with me, she was like, I'm gonna protect Ginger. I love Courtney Grippling. She's a bad bitch. She can dress. She was rich, but she wasn't an asshole, and I like that. Miranda, you need your ass whooped. Mipsy definitely needs her ass whooped, especially for wearing that fucking lipstick color. Like, Dodie, I hope you trip and break every bone in your legs and ankles and toes. You are a horrible friend. And Ginger, you are a dumbass for continuing to engage with this stupid bitch. What Dodie should have done has been like, hey Ginger, I'm tight at you right now, but Miranda and Mipsy are on some fuck shit, and they tried to recruit me in their fuck shit, and like, yeah, y'all are annoying, and I don't like what y'all are doing, but this is what's happening, and be careful, girl. Like, talk to your friends. Why is it so hard to talk to your friends? You've been friends since pre-K. Just talk to your friend, tell her she's being fucking annoying and to knock it off, and I want to spend time with you because we're friends and I don't want to deal with your man all the time. I feel like that happens very often, where bitches get wrapped up in their man and you gotta check them. Like, I don't like Dodie. And Macy got me looking at her very sideways. You're supposed to be the voice of reason here. You're supposed to be a good friend. This episode got me all the way fucked up, and Dodie needs her ass very much whooped. Very much whooped. And I think that's all I have to say about this episode. I think that's all I have to say about this episode. Fuck Dodie. Dodie is a piece of shit for doing that to her friend. You suck. You fucking suck, and I hate you. But your friend gets like an ounce of happiness, and you're like, I gotta ruin this for her. Rather than just like stepping back until Ginger chills the fuck out. Sir, ooh, bitch, Anyways, y'all, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on Saturday with an unrelated video, nothing to do with Beat TV. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday to talk more shit about As Told by Ginger. Possibly Dodie. Because even the very next episode, she's on some stupid shit. Don't ask me to watch the series finale of anything. Okay? I don't do it. I don't watch the series finale of anything. I get too attached to the characters, and having finalized endings makes me sad. So no, I will not be talking about the final episode of As Told by Ginger, or literally anything else. I'm not watching it. I'm sorry. I get sad. Unless you guys like super request it. I'll consider it depending if it's a good finale, I'll consider it. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna be watching the series finale of the show for As Told by Ginger month. I'm sorry, I'm not. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys on Saturday.